on your Wikipedia page, you were a big Trump supporter in 2016.
Well, okay.
Or you're
No,
prominent.
I'm not. Look, I'm not defending. I'm not going to sit here and coil back. But let me tell you something. When I was a kid in the '80s, Trump was the man.
Oh, 100%.
He was the man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was unbelievable. A little sideways here and there, but it was the '80s.
Yep.
And then he said he was going to run for president. And, you know, people thought it was a joke. They thought it was a joke. But I'm a Republican.
Yep.
I believe in less government and lower taxes.
Sure.
Okay. With all due respect, the gentleman, first of all, any president is my president. I don't sit there and go, he's not my, anybody that's in the White House, he's my president. Do I agree with them? No, and I don't have to.
Yep.
But I'm not going to sit there and protest and everything like that. I'm going to go through the system. So I, you know, he said he was going to run for president. I'm like, oh wow, Trump president, that could be interesting. Business guy, you know.
Sure.
And I was, I get a lot of my because I'm out a lot. I get a lot of my news on my phone.
Sure.
So you know, I was watching the phone and seeing all this stuff about Trump, and then I go home and I'm having dinner. Turn on the TV. It's Trump.
Right.
I change the channel. It's Trump.
Right.
I change the channel again. It's Trump. I'm channel after channel after channel. It's Trump. I go, wow, this guy, this might be it. Now in Massachusetts, we're like, I don't know, 90% Democratic, a Republican. Reagan won in Massachusetts in '84.
Okay.
Like the only time a Republican won Massachusetts. So I said to myself, all the Republican candidates, Massachusetts is a flyover.
Right.
They're not going to win. They don't go there. So I said, well, maybe I could get a small group of my friends together, invite Trump over, and suss him out, see what he's doing, see what's up. So I said, how the hell am I going to get a hold of Trump?
Right.
So I called my friend Howie Carr that has a radio show.
Yep.
And I said, Howie, I'm thinking of having Trump over my house just to kind of check it out, see if he's real. And he goes, here, call this guy. So one ring, I call up and the guy says hello, and I go, hi, you know, my name's Ernie Boch, and I get this number from Howie, and he said that maybe you could connect me to Trump because I'm in a Democratic state, and maybe he'll come by, talk to some people, and he says to me, hey Ernie, how you doing? I go, are you from around here?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I live in New Hampshire. I go, Corey, this is great, because then you know, I didn't have to answer any questions. It was just easy.
Yeah.
So one thing led to another, and I started planning this little thing, and then I figured, well, I'll have 10 people over my house. I'll charge them a couple $100 and you know, do a little bit of a fundraiser. One thing led to another, and no one had done a fundraiser for Trump. Oh. So Corey tells him that I'm thinking of doing a fundraiser. So he calls me to his office in New York, and then I announced that, you know, I'm doing the first fundraiser, and then Fox, CNN, boom, 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 everybody in the world wants to come. I had 1,200 people over my house, helicopters, CNN broadcasting from my backyard, 102 press credentials in my front yard. Now, you know, I know how to throw a bash. So with the press credentials, I gave them all the good food and gave them their own bar.
Right.
I still talk to some of those people because we had such a good time. So one thing led to another. He came over, and then, you know, it was very successful.
Sure.
But I got a lot of crap from it, you know, a lot of crap, because, you know, as it went, everybody hates him, and, you know, whatever. He did win.
This is early on.
This is August of 15.
Right.
This is August.
You didn't realize how much people hated him.
It's a funny story because when we did it, we did the fundraiser, and the next day I went to Uganda. Oh. So it's almost like I lit a match, threw it over my shoulder, and the bridge burnt. Yeah. You know, because I had no idea on the backlash. I'm in a hut in Uganda, not knowing that.
Right.
It's going crazy. Yeah, but I got through it, and
yep.
And you know, like I said, I consider myself a Reagan Republican.
Sure.
Small government, small government, and to tell you the truth, I don't care what the Democrats any social programs, because I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative. So if they
I
want
think most people are.
if they want any program they want, pay for it.
Yep.
That's my issue. Pay
Right.
for it. Just pay for it. Anything you want, pay for it. I'll pay more taxes if I know it's, going to something.
Right.
But anyway, so that.
So you're like a lifelong Republican, but I don't, I'm just putting myself in your shoes. You invite Trump over, you get to have a conversation with him.
Oh my God.
What did you learn from that?
This is what I learned from that. Okay. A New York real estate guy from Manhattan became president. Now, if you go to any of the steakhouses in Manhattan, there's a million Trumps there. They're all at the bar.
Right.
He's a real estate guy from Manhattan. They're all like that. And all of a sudden the country's like, oh, we've never seen anything like it. Well, just go to Manhattan. You'll see a ton of them.
Right. Do you think it was because he was outside of the whole apparatus?
Jeb
the whole
Bush
system?
was supposed to be president.
Right.
He blew up that whole system. He caught them sleeping, and he won.
Right.
He won, and he just.
Is that why he was so demonized? Because he was uncontrollable?
Yeah, he was uncontrollable, and it was their party, and he
Right.
threw him out, made it his party.
Right. Did you catch? So you come back from Uganda, and the bridge is burning.
Oh, the bridge is burning.
Did you get a bunch of flack from?
I get death threats.
Really?
Oh my God! I'll never do business with you. I still get them. If I do anything, I did a thing. April Fuels Day.
Right.
Where I gave away 7,000 gallons of gas when gas was rising up and everything like that. And, I thought it was a good gesture trying to help people out. And it's funny, if you see anything right now on social and I do something, it's like, oh, Ernie, that was great. We love it. But then pretty soon, you suck. Trump sucks. And it just goes all downhill.
Right. Right.